The first rule of the Galactic Concord was simple: no species was above the law. The second rule was older, quieter, and rarely spoken aloud. As a never harm human children, 'cause most species thought it was myth. Humans were new, loud, soft-bodied, biologically unremarkable. No claws, no venom, no natural armor. Their strength ratings were mediocre, their lifespans laughable compared to elder races. They cried easily, bled easily, died easily. So when the Krellith slavers raided the frontier colony of Dawnreach, they saw opportunity. The adults resisted. That was expected. The children were collateral. A Krellith shock trooper shoved a small human girl aside when she wouldn't stop screaming. His exoskeletal boot cracked her ribs. The sound echoed through the street. Her brother tried to shield her and caught a plasma lash across his back. A drone recorded it all. The Krellith commander sneered at the feed. "Transmit it," he ordered. "Let the Concord see what defiance costs." They did not understand the mistake they had made. 3 hours later, the Galactic Concord Emergency Council convened. Humans did not speak at first. They simply uploaded the footage. For days, the chamber was silent. A species with compound eyes, crystalline bodies, and neural webs watched the children fall. Heard the screaming. Saw the blood. Then the human ambassador stood. She did not shout. She did not threaten. She said only, "The Krellith Empire has violated protected species protocols." Confusion rippled through the chamber. Protected species. Humans had never filed such a request. The ambassador continued, her voice steady. "Human children are designated Class 0 protected life. Harm to them authorizes total response." A senior counselor clicked his mandibles. "Ambassador, there is no such." She tapped her console. A document older than the Concord itself appeared, signed by extinct empires. Ratified after a war no one liked to remember. A protected its species, humans. A reason when sufficiently provoked, human civilizations do not stop at victory. The Krellith delegate laughed. "You expect us to fear a species that cannot even protect its young?" The ambassador met his gaze. "No," she said softly. "You should fear what we become after you hurt them." The first human fleet arrived at Dawnreach 12 hours later. Broadcast threats. They did not issue demands. They evacuated every surviving human child first. Medical ships, painted white, escorted by war vessels whose hulls bore no insignia. Only names, promise, enough, a never again. Once the last child was gone, the war began. Human weapons were not elegant. They were not honorable. They were precise, relentless, and terrifyingly personal. Krellith command nodes were disabled without warning. Shipyards went dark mid-shift. Entire fleets lost navigation simultaneously, and drifting helpless as human bordaved not to capture, but to dismantle. Supply worlds burned. Data vaults vanished. Cultural archives were erased with surgical cruelty. When the Krellith pleaded for surrender, the human response was unanimous. The Concord protested. Sanctions were threatened. Diplomats begged. Humanity ignored them all, because humans were not fighting a war. They were enforcing a boundary. On the 7th day, the Krellith homeworld transmitted an open channel. Their high sovereign knelt on camera. "We will return the children," he begged. "We will pay reparations. We will submit to judgment." The human reply came from a civilian channel. A recording. The little girl from Dawnreach, breathing shallowly on a medbed, her voice barely audible. "Please stop." The feed cut. Human fleets repositioned. Orbital defenses failed in synchronized cascades. Atmospheric processors shut down. The Krellith population was evacuated, every last civilian, onto barren moons with minimal supplies. Humanity did not exterminate them. They did something worse. They erased the Krellith as a spacefaring species. No infrastructure. No records beyond warnings. The final human transmission was short and broadcast galaxy-wide. "You hurt a human child. Your species will never again have the means to hurt anyone." Years later, new species entering the Concord were taught many laws, but only one rule was emphasized with solemn gravity. Humans are not the strongest. Humans are not the fiercest. But their children are sacred, and the galaxy has already learned what protected species really means.